One of the best things that we can do to help confirm and control meetings is what I call a shared agenda. And the way this works is, if we have a meeting coming up tomorrow, instead of sending you an email today saying, hey, are we still on for our meeting tomorrow? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send you an email that says, hey, I'm looking forward to our meeting tomorrow. And in order to get the most out of our time together, I put together a brief agenda here. Could you do me a favor and take a look at it and email me back to let me know what else you'd like to add? And in that email, I put 3 bullet points of what I want to talk about. And then I leave 3 bullet points blank for you to fill in the blanks. And if I get that email back, obviously I'm in for a great call. If I don't, that's okay, because I can still use it to help guide the conversation the next day. Because without an agenda, I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a meeting with a mental agenda of how I want to see this go, and then about 5 to 10 minutes in, they ask that random question that takes me down the rabbit hole for the next 30 minutes, and I pick my head up and I realize I only have about 5 minutes left to talk about what I actually wanted to discuss. With an agenda, I can actually leverage that to keep us on track. So if you haven't responded to it, regardless, when I start that meeting, whether it's over the phone or in person, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. How much time do we have again? We got about a half an hour. Fantastic. Well, I'm sure you probably didn't get a chance to take a look at that agenda that I sent out yesterday, but I wanted to make sure that we stayed on track here. So here's a few things that I want to make sure that we address. What else would you want to make sure that we hit on today? And then you get them to fill it in right there. Say, fantastic. Now you start walking through the agenda. And then when that random question comes up that takes you down the rabbit hole, you can actually use the agenda to push back. You say, hey, you know what? That's a great question. Would you mind if we got through our original agenda here that we both agreed upon? And if there's time left at the end of the conversation, I'll be happy to address that. When I do that, 80% of the time I get, yeah, John, you know what? Sorry, let's just stay on track here. The other 20% of the time, if whatever they just brought up is more important than what you put on the agenda, they'll tell you. They'll say, you know what, John, actually, I didn't even think of the security component of this. If we can't address that, it's actually not even worth us taking the next steps or talking about the rest of the stuff here. Okay, fine, now let's move to that. I just wanted to make sure that we stayed on track of what was priority, why we're having this conversation. So use shared agendas to both confirm and control meetings. Make it happen.